Thank you very much, James, firstly, for giving me opportunity to present you on my podcast.
Oh, it's excellent. It's excellent. Um, Let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a filmmaker based in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I have a BA in literature from the University of Calgary, and I'm currently a member of the British Columbian chapter of the Writers Guild of Canada and UPCP ACTRA Actors Union. And I
So,
formed, oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, you can continue.
Oh, okay. I formed Woodland Productions, my company, in the 1980s and have produced short and feature films on inner city slums, civic centers, and hauntings. And coming off the success of a horror film entitled The Wiccan Girl, I wrote for a Toronto film company. I went on to write The Creature from the Wall, my company's latest film currently in development, which is I went on social media, advertised it, and lo and behold, there you were, and you saw it. Did you get a chance to go to the website?
I have checked it. Yeah.
Okay. I would encourage everyone to go to the website and check up on the film. And the premise of the story is an intricate weave of mystery, suspense, and horror. When the barrier between our dimension and another is torn apart, a relentless eating machine in the form of a monstrous creature threatens the human race with extinction, unless stopped by a traumatized psychic and a guilt-ridden spirit. So it's kind of an interesting story.
So, what's the motivation to start it?
What is the motivation to start the script?
Yeah.
Oh, I did a script for a production company out of Toronto in Canada, Ontario, and called The Wiccan Girl, a horror about a girl going into the forest to look for her friend who was kidnapped by an evil demon. And after that was shot, it's currently in post production. Um, I thought, okay, let's let's just continue this vein because horror today is very popular. So I thought, okay, what can I come up with here? I thought of a Stephen King type of very simple premise about an evil force attacking someone and someone somehow fighting that force and destroying them. And I thought, what would be a unique way to fight that force? And I thought, okay, let's go the psychic route. Let's go the mind power route. And so this psychic who gets involved with this creature has her two friends help her at the very beginning of the story to help her investigate rumors of this creature. And then when they do investigate, she's traumatized by what happened. She takes off, abandons her friends. Her friends continue to investigate and get into trouble with the creature who takes them both back to their dimension. And she comes back, fights the demon, gets her friends, and manages to close this portal, this hole in the wall. But is it closed for good? You'll have to see that in the sequel.
Great. Can you tell more about your previous work?
Yes, what I've done starting back in the 80s, I did a documentary on the Calgary Civic Center, Calgary, Alberta, and how that came about, how that grew, and the communities involved in that. And I did um, numerous documentaries on a mysterious organization called the Red League, which is, does it exist? It supposedly exists, but digging up all this information, it's totally fascinating, and it gives a glimpse into American history, along with the X-Files type of pseudoscience imagery of things that happened in history in America. After that, I did a documentary, a few documentaries on hauntings. In particular, a house called the Dean House in Calgary, Alberta. And all of these were on national television. They were broadcast several times, and that was really good. And what I've been doing since the 2000s is writing, trying to sell scripts, getting involved in the Vancouver film industry, doing films, acting in films, and that all culminated with the Creature from the Wall, which we are, my company is getting together the financing for it, and through partnerships and investors, and that's coming along pretty good, pretty well.
So tell me more about your production company.
Okay, my production company is Woodland Productions. It was formed in the 80s to help me with all of my films. And like I said, as I did the Calgary videos, I did some Vancouver videos, acting, writing, producing is all under the Woodland Productions banner. And that's what Woodland Productions does. So whenever I do something, it's all Woodland Productions.
So what kind of projects that you want to do or you are interested in?
Well, right now it's the horror genre fascinates me. I like the psychological X-Files type of aspect to a few of the stories I've written about demons and ghosts, and the need to really combat, fight, if you will, these forces that would overtake humankind and destroy our civilization. It's out there, but those kind of stories work. There are within Woodland Productions, there are a number of other scripts, such as a young adult drama to be diversified that I would like to get done, and a horror about a creature, once again, let's get back to creature, that lives deep in the BC forest, that a team of scientists has to go and investigate and what happens to them.
Why you want people to have or to get fear watching your work with your project?
Okay, you're talking the emotional content there
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the stories. Yeah, what I want them to feel, of course, with the horror movies, is horror and trepidation about what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. For example, the Hitchcock ticking bomb scenario, where we would see the creature approaching someone from the back, and we're waiting, and we're all getting tense that this creature is going to attack this person. But what actually happens is the creature is attacked by someone we don't see, and suddenly you're not so tense, and now you're laughing at it that the creature was taken out by someone that we didn't see, who was a part of the group of this person that the creature was attacking. If that, and so I want them to feel mystery about what's going on, what's going to happen, and lining up the incidences within the script that might lead them to think, oh, okay, this is going to happen. Oh, okay, this is going to happen. But in the end, you get the surprise scene where hopefully they'll be amazed, and that will lead into from amazement back into shock. So you can see the tidal wave of emotions from awe and shock to laughter. The script's got it all.
So why horror?
Sorry?
Why horror?
Right? Harder?
Why horror genre?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Why horror? Horror is popular today. Here in Vancouver, the horror film community is very popular. So I am going for not the easier route, but the most popular route, that if I did a film, it would get distributed. That's why I chose horror. If I had the funds and if I had the distribution, I would go for mystery suspense more than I would horror. But horror for now is what sells and what gets distributed.
So the shoot started for it.
Sorry?
The making started for it. The project has
Oh,
been started.
yeah. No, we're in development right now. We're getting the money together, and I would like to start shooting in the fall, probably September, and spend another 4 or 5 months editing. I would like a February premiere. We have the theater picked out that we're going to have the premiere at. It'll be the Rio here in Vancouver, and it's coming up. It's coming up soon.
What's the theater?
The theater is called the Rio. It's I do believe it's a 1940s, 1950s theater, and that's where we're going to have the premiere of the film once it's done, for distributors, for financiers, and for the general public.
So what's your previous project?
My previous project was The Wicking Girl. What happened there was during a meetup group of writers, just discussing our projects, discussing our scripts. I was approached by a Nigerian filmmaker who wanted me to do a script, a motion picture script, based on a book that he was trying to get out. And so we did that project for about a year, and they're still working on that project. But in the meantime, they wanted to do what I'm doing right now. They wanted to put out a low-budget horror film. They asked me for ideas. We collaborated. It was the individual going out into the woods and facing the evil and um, surviving, and basically that's what happened there with that film. And that was the previous film that's now in post production. Hopefully that'll get out soon. And ever since then, I've been working on The Creature from the Wall and also being involved in the Vancouver film industry.
Why creature is in the wall?
Why is it called The Creature from the Wall?
No, no. Why creature is in the wall?
Oh, why is the creature in the wall?
Yeah.
What happens is the wall acts as a connection, a barrier between our world and another world. Now, this barrier just happens to be in this wall. The barrier could be anywhere. It could be in a street downtown. It could be in the sky. It could be in a tree. But for this story, just happens to be in this wall. And this barrier is breached by a psychic who starts to hear voices, goes insane, and the power of her mind just slams this hole open between our world and another world. The creature sees our world, comes out, and wreaks havoc, and then goes back to its world and occasionally comes in and out, but is found out and is defeated eventually. Or is it? That's why the creature is in the wall.
Okay. So the poster that you have released is really scary.
Oh, well, thank you. That's the creature coming out of the wall, and that is our heroine, our hero, running away in fear. In the
How many
beginning.
how many characters are there?
There are 5 characters, 5 main characters, and there are 2 supporting characters. We have various scenes where we have extras who we have 20, 30 extras in crowd scenes. I've done the budget, I've ran the numbers. We can do it for 500 to 700K. And the 3 of the characters, I'll just get into a brief character description here. 3 of the characters have an organization that does blogging for a blogging company. They go out, they report on paranormal activities because each of them has latent psychic abilities. Some are stronger than others, and this is how they get involved with the creature that comes out of the portal in the wall. They heard stories about strange things happening. They go to this abandoned house where the portal is. They get involved with this demon, and in the beginning, one of them is traumatized and leaves, but the other 2, boy, I gotta see what's on the other side of this. I gotta communicate with this thing. But of course, in trying to communicate with the demon, they're taken to its lair. And there are 2 other people who are street people who get involved because they SWAT at this abandoned house because they want to get off the streets, and they get involved with this demon, and the psychic that comes back to rescue these two people who have been taken by the demon, gets these two street people to help her, and it all turns out, ooh, I don't want to get too bloody. I don't want to get I want to get horrific, but I don't want to get visually too much blood and gore. First of all, because we really can't afford it with our budget. And secondly, uh, it might look good for this type of story, but I'd rather not go to an extreme. So those are the characters. That's what's happened.
Tell me about your actors.
We don't have any actors yet, but the actors we will get will come from the agencies here in the city, and we'll need actors who can emote horror, but at the same time be funny, and they're average, everyday people. We could go for the Ellen Ripley Aliens type of Terminator woman who becomes the hero, but I wanted an ordinary person, and her two male counterparts in this agency are just normal working people. So we'll get two male actors who can give us normal, average, everyday people. And the street people, wow. I already know two actors that I can get that just look perfect for the punk rock street scene and the toughness that these characters are going to have. So when we get the funding, we'll go after the actors and the crew. But for now, where it's all in the development stages. And if you go to the website, you'll see AI generated images of the type of characters that we want. And that's how we'll go after the actors.
Where do you shoot? What is the location?
Okay, the location will be right here in Vancouver. We will have street scenes, and we will have exteriors of businesses and that kind of thing. But mainly, it will be one location. It will be a large house, which if we can get the budget for that house, we can have our 7 different rooms that are 7 different locations. For example, we need a haunted living room, we need a haunted basement, and we need a haunted den, which has the hole in the wall in it. But we also need rooms for an office, and we need rooms for a character's bedroom. And so we can get all that in one location. So it's very economical. And if our dreams really do come true and we get the money, we'll warehouse it and just build all the sets in one big warehouse. So that's all in the budget, and that's all what we're looking for.
Tell me about your team.
Right now, there is Rennie Clafol, and let me just pull this up here, our development team. And Renee is a producer, writer, script reader, screenwriter, instructor from here in Vancouver, who has done several shorts and has been involved in the motion picture industry here in Vancouver for many, many years. And David Hollamy, who is our web designer, effects designer, And we are going out right now, and all three of us are building up more people to get involved in the project and to get the funding going.
What about marketing?
Okay, marketing is kind of tricky, but what we want to do is go on social media. And this is the really cool thing, I think, about social media is you can have LinkedIn, Stage 32, YouTube, and all these to put your webpage on, to put your advertising on, and to get that to distributors who are possibly looking for this type of film, and distributors, broadcasters, funding people. Uh, we're going to go through the social media thing, and I have many connections here in the city. We'll go through the office connection of emailing organizations here in the city and just basically get everyone together and see what kind of funding we can get. I want sponsorship. We have two big name, we have two brands that we use in this film extensively. One is a mini cam and the other is a mini light that our blogger investigators use when they go to dark places to get their stories. And so we will be approaching GoPro or companies like that for the mini cam, and then Sony and companies like that for the headlamps, for the lights. And of course, this is just an example. And we will invite them to advertise in our film for a certain amount of money, and then we will market their brand in our film, get it to theaters, and show how great GoPro is. So that's basically our marketing strategy.
So, so you want to release in Vancouver?
Well, right now I'm in Vancouver. I haven't gotten any invites to Hollywood, but Vancouver in Canada, Vancouver and Toronto and Montreal are the big film hubs. And out here on the West Coast, we have a direct connection to California, Hollywood, just down the road there. And a lot of productions, Hollywood productions, come up here to be made. A lot of funding from California comes up here for film investments. And so that's why right now I'm in Vancouver. I transitioned from Vancouver to Toronto just to try and get my films done.
Uh, if this video reaches to the right people who can able to invest or distribute or support you in making your project go forward, what is your message to them?
My message to them is this is an invaluable sales promotion for your brand. It's a highly popular genre that it will find distribution. Will the distribution be Buffalo box office? I happen to think it will be because the story is solid and the actors that we get will bring such energy to the project that the distributors will want to distribute it.
So, anything more that you want to say? Share your website or your contact.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would like to thank you, first of all, for having me on your podcast to talk about the creature from the wall. And I'd like to encourage your listeners to visit the Creature website at creaturefromthewall.com. And there they can see everything about the film, possibly join our Facebook group. And when we get our crowdfunding set up, that'll all be on the net. So everything will be on the website. And I encourage them to leave comments. And I encourage investors, distributors, anybody listening to your podcast, please let me know.
So, have you missed anything to say to my audience for listening this from anywhere in the world?
Yes, I do. Um, the podcasts such as yours are the key element to anything that people would like to get messages out about. Now, there are messages such as stories, there are messages such as, oh, this is the ghost of this and this, and history and stuff. And there's also what I'm doing, which is selling the product. And your podcasts such as yours are so important to not only getting people locally, maybe even regionally from Canada, but wow, worldwide. Thank you very much. This is the message I'll get out, and I hope people get back to me on it because I'd like to have distributors from India, Australia, France, Germany, not only the US. And please let me know, and I'll send you more information.
Your voice already reached and your message is already heard. And at last, as a director, producer, a filmmaker, as a passionate film enthusiast, what's your observation about my work? Have you seen any videos of mine?
Yes, I've seen a few, and good work. And you're diversified. You're talking to book authors, you're talking to filmmakers, you're talking to political activists. Way to go, man! You're just compiling a diversified portfolio, and this is important. I truly do believe that this is important. You're going the right way with not just keeping to one niche or one style or one topic. You're completely getting to all sorts of people, all sorts of ages, all sorts of interests, and that's what I really like about your podcast.
So the message that that do you want to give that you have learned in your whole life? Any message or life lesson? Anything that with your experience that you have learned? Do you want anything that people who are watching it will be uh, appreciated?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's one thing I've learned, and it's taken me a long time to learn it, is don't wait. Don't wait for someone to give you an opportunity. Don't wait for someone to give you money. Go out and get it and do it. With the first off, in the 80s, 90s, I'm not a young guy, but I go back quite a ways. But in the 80s and 90s, when video technology came up, and you or I or anyone else could just take a camera and do our own films, as opposed to having to go out, hire a cinematographer, rent cameras, hire an editor. We could do all this ourselves. So eventually, the digital technology got to the extent that it is today, where you can just take your iPhone and you can do a whole movie. And thanks to social media, you can post and get followings and get your message across. So technology, yeah, has allowed me to not wait, but go out and do it. And I would encourage anyone listening to do that. And also build your tribe, build your group, get um, writers, directors, filmmakers. Go to filmmaking groups if you're a filmmaker, and get involved. Get your group together. Go out and do your film. Good, bad, beautiful, ugly, doesn't matter. You'll start off one way and then you'll eventually get to the big film.
And what's your observation about AI, artificial intelligence?
Yep, absolutely. I'm for AI as a tool to enhance a project, a film. Okay, but for me, it all comes down to budget. If I can do an AI film for a tenth of the cost of a regular film and get it distributed, I'll do it. But if I've got the money to use a regular camera and to do practical effects, I would do that over AI and use AI to enhance a sunset, to enhance the lighting in a room, uh, and to maybe create uh, a few things within a scene. But generally, I see AI as just a paintbrush, like a painter would use with his paints. And so I don't feel should take over the industry, but just used as a tool.
So this observation of yours means a lot to me. So I have done a master's in software engineering, also bachelor's in computer science and engineering. Right now, I'm
Yep.
working as a cloud DevOps engineer for a London company from India remotely. So I'm helping them in solving technological problems, also helping them in AI and solving technological, uh, uh, giving technological solutions. Uh, and apart from this, I'm interviewing experts like you for for in different industries and for from different countries, who are coming from different backgrounds and who are coming from uh, different professions. I'm trying to interview people who are not connected to each other. Like no one knows no one actually. So that's something that created curiosity in me, and I started this 6 or 7 years ago. It's super successful, and I have interviewed the vice president of Amazon Web Services in technology
Wow.
industry, who is a global leader, and I have interviewed the Salesforce company vice president and more than 200 companies chief executive officers I have interviewed, and founders of different businesses, and architects, engineers, doctors, police officers, as you said, authors, psychologists, uh,
Yeah.
marine
Oh,
biologists, marine biologists, and people, the experts who worked in NASA, and environmental scientists and whatnot. I try to touch all the industries. I mean, maximum industries, and not my country. Actually, 100, more than 100 countries. So this is
wow.
something unusual.
Yeah.
So
Wow. It's the digital technology today, one person getting out to all these people that you've gotten out to, and with with a message, with hey, let's talk. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Let's get together. I can't wait for the day when I can use AI to create an algorithm whereby I can communicate with you anytime. I can communicate with this person or that person about how to make this type of film, how to write this type of novel, you know, and that's all coming very soon. It is for me.
So my question was to get your observation about this. So I have this kind of a work, and I'm doing it, and a lot of experts are uh, in the list. In next 2 months, I'm interviewing amazing experts like you for doing wonderful things already in their own industry, in their own profession, with their great experience, with expertise that they have. So this kind of a work. This is completely my own podcast that I have created. This concept and direction, production, technical thing, completely using the technology to create something very different. And I touched an untouched market, and which helped me in getting 40,000 followers on all the social media platforms on
Wow.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. So this is something that I'm doing. So me doing this kind of a work and trying to communicate with humans who are already successful, who owns businesses and which belongs to different countries, and who are coming from different experiences. I have interviewed a person who traveled all the countries on the planet. So every person experience, every individual experience is different. Like their life experience, what all they did in their life, in their own profession, is not matching with other person. So that that
Yeah.
created curiosity in me. Every person that I interview have a unique story, like a unique experience.
Yeah.
So that interests me every time. That motivates or that makes me wake up in every morning and go and do this. So today I'm very happy that I have explored another expert, uh, the company and the work that they are doing. I believe this is one of the great interviews that I have done. And me doing this kind of a work as an experienced professional, as a person who has seen a lot of things in your life, what's how this is going to I have a completely technology background with couple of degrees and working for technology companies, talking with technology leaders and experts from all over the world who are coming from all industries. How this communication, diversified communication skills is going to be helpful for me in my future, in my career, and as a human being.
How is
How
all
this is
this?
going to be. Yeah, how this collection of experiences are going to be helpful for me in my career and in my future as a human being, as per your observation.
Oh, well, let me think about that for a second. Um, all of this for you as a human being is good for your emotional health, and it's good for your mind. It's good for um, your um, getting out and communicating with people to help you create, uh, and it's your overall health.
It is useful.
How is it useful?
So you are saying it is useful.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely it is absolutely useful. I could sit here looking at a blank wall and trying to think up a story, for example, or I could communicate like you do with other people, with other ideas, and I could come up with a great story. And this works for IT and computers and for creating algorithms. It's extremely useful to get a worldwide look at something you're creating.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much again, James. Can I post this podcast interview on my podcast with your permission?
Absolutely. I would like to get the word out about the creature from the wall, and it's been great talking to you, Sai, and continue. I hope continued success with your podcast because you're going to go beyond 40,000, way beyond it, because you're doing the right thing, you're diversifying, and you're communicating.
So I'll share your links in the description, and also in my website as well. People who find my this interview anywhere in the internet, can I share this in social media and internet with your permission?
Absolutely. I know you're on YouTube. I see you on YouTube all the time. So you go ahead and you broadcast this wherever you like.
Super. Thank you very much, James, again for giving me your valuable time and sharing about your experiences and talking about your production company and telling me about your upcoming project. I hope and I wish you get all the success and your upcoming project is going to be amazing. I believe that the clarity that you have and the details that you have shared. And let me know if you can if you need support from me.
Well, yes, thank you very much. As we go into production, I'll keep you updated. I'll let you
Sure.
know what's happening. And if you would like to do another interview on where we are in the production, um, feel free to give me a call and I'll let you know.
Definitely. Thank you, James, again for the opportunity.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Great day, sir. Thank you.